Hello. Don't know if anybody's actually online yet. Let's have a look. Um, no viewers, no links. I suspect I might need to be logged in somewhere. One viewer. Yes, we've got somebody joined us. Hello, and thanks for joining. 2 viewers now. Awesome. 3 viewers. I wish I could say I've had a relaxed afternoon and chilled out preparation, but that wouldn't be quite telling the full story. It's been stressful working out new technology, getting microphones to work, and all the rest of it. I'm hoping everyone can see me and hear me. I've got my brand new swanky microphone, which is one of the best on the market, so that shouldn't be an issue. So we've got 7 viewers up to now. Thanks for joining me. Thank you so much. It's been quite a long time in coming, all of this. Just wondering if I can get logged in somewhere. Let's have a look. I don't know, to be honest. Isabel, if you're on this call, which I know you will be, can you drop me a Facebook message just to make sure that I'm coming through clear, that you can see me, you can hear me okay before we get started? Is that okay, please? Because I can't seem to chat anywhere or do anything. My bad. So just bear with me for one moment and we'll see what comes up. Let's have a look. The best laid plans of mice and men here. Let's have a look. I don't want to start gassing away if nobody can hear me, or if I've done something radically wrong. Right, okay. Aletha's saying she's on the clearing session, so thank you for that. I think that's good for me. Thank you. You can obviously hear and see me. That's fantastic. Right, we're gonna get going now. So just bear with me a moment. I've got a few screens open for various reasons. So I just want to say hello and thank you to everyone for joining me today. My name is Daniel Green, and for those who don't know me, I'm an energy healer and work with the subconscious mind. My website is danny-green.com. I'm going to be dealing with illness, whether you may have chronic pain, a skin condition, respiratory problems, anxiety issues, or any other dis-ease in the body. I've also decided to do this webinar to empower others to heal from the inside out, not the outside in. I'd become so jaded, to be honest, of doing group distance energy healing sessions, and oftentimes the results would be transient. The next week, or even sooner, the same or similar requests would be posted. And I often ask myself, how can I be of more service? I guess deep down I knew the answer was to do something like this, but the time had to be right. Excuse me, and now it is. So on this live call today, you're going to receive some real insights and energy shifts into your own healing issues. We're going to look at how illness is often created and then explore the layers keeping you stuck, and then do some live clearing together. Now, before we continue, a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, shock horror, or a healthcare professional. I'm not advocating you stopping taking any medications or other guidance from these sources. I'm here to help you explore the often overlooked causes behind illness and disease in the body. And this should be viewed as a complementary aspect to your healing. Okay, now that's out of the way and moving swiftly on. I don't know if anyone downloaded and printed off the worksheet. I'm just going to take a few minutes to go through it with everyone. I hope you can grab a pen and a bit of paper rather. We're going to clarify your intention. That's right, yours, specifically you. What issue would you like to heal today? Please write it down. Be specific. We're going to set the intention to look at exactly what you want to heal. We're also going to be altruistic about this, and we're going to include everyone who was on this call tonight or today, depending on your time zone, all the people who will catch the replay. And I want you to set the intention that they will also receive their own healing as well. Okay. So I'm assuming you've got something written down there. And next, I want, on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the highest, how much does your particular healing issue bother you? And when I say bother you, this could be pain intensity, could be embarrassment or worry, and anxiety even, for example. But just think of a number and don't get stressed out about getting the number right. It's just a point of reference, a yardstick, if you like, so we can refer back to it at the end of this webinar and see what's shifted, see what's changed. Okay, so just jot a number down. And next up, how long have you suffered from this health issue? Is it weeks, days, months, or years even? Some people have chronic pain for years, decades, and they're just told, you've got to live with it, get on with it. Doctors say we can't do anything for you. Take these painkillers and piss off, basically. Pardon my French and bluntness, but that's what it often comes down to. Go away. Lovely. And so what was going on at the time of diagnosis for you? Perhaps you experienced a divorce or some other trauma, excuse me, or other emotional discord. Maybe nothing comes to mind, and if so, then ponder the months and years leading up to the health issue. And again, if nothing seems to come to mind, just think in terms of what major trauma have you had in your life? Maybe it was the death of a loved one. Maybe it was a divorce. I don't know. Just think of, we've all experienced trauma and heartache in our lives at one time or another. So I'm just going to give you a few moments on that one. Take a drink of water, dry mouth. So next, what does your current health situation prevent you from doing, if anything? Or in what way or ways does it limit your life? Perhaps you've got a respiratory problem and it sort of hampers you walking upstairs or hills. Maybe it stops you working. You may have been unable to work or applying for jobs that you know you're capable of. May even knock your confidence. Just write down a couple of thoughts, 2 or 3 things, if there are that many. And next, this might sound strange, but are there any benefits to being ill? Any secondary gains, if you like? Does the thought of being free of illness, of being healed, conjure up any anxiety or worry? And, I know, thinking about myself, years ago, I was in a lot of pain with digestive issues, to the point where my quality of life was shocking, to be honest. Prevented me from going out. And I was just in so much pain all the time, but when it sort of became apparent that I may have found a way to heal myself, I did feel did feel a certain sense of anxiety, thinking, well, goodness, if I heal this, then I'll no longer have an excuse to not show up in my life, to not go to that party I've been invited to not go out on that date, etc., etc. So what does it stop you from doing? Or rather, what are the benefits, to being ill? And the next question, which moves on quite nicely, is who would you become if you were to heal from this? Maybe you'd become more confident. Perhaps you'd be able to start that heart-centered business you've always promised yourself you would do one day, but just never had the energy, the strength, the headspace, the creativity. You may have just been consumed with pain. I don't know. So who would you become? So I'm just going to put that worksheet to one side now, and we can refer to it at the end of the webinar once more. So hopefully you've got a few things written down and you've set your intention. And let's have a little look. And I'll be a second, just gather my thoughts. I'm not using a teleprompter, honest. I wouldn't do that. Just wait till it catches up. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to explain a typical scenario, how illness comes about in the first place, illness, disease, health conditions. I'm sorry if some of you on this call are already familiar with this type of thing, but I'm trying to cover bases for people who may not be familiar with the emotional body connection to illness and disease. So from an emotional perspective, how can illness and disease manifest in the body? Let's use an example from someone I used to know. Let's call her Karen. Karen was married, and as a young woman, she had extreme pain. It was diagnosed as gallbladder disease. The only way forward was to remove it via surgery. Now, being an intuitive healer herself, she resolved to look beneath the surface of what was actually going on. And during her self-inquiries, she gleaned that the dynamic between her and her partner was one of her feeling like he never listened to her. He did his own thing, and this left her feeling incredibly frustrated. And this played out time and again over the years till it manifested as disease in her body. If you break the word disease into two parts, it then reads dis-ease. It's an ongoing internal conflict or unresolved emotional issue. And in Karen's case, she would feel the emotion of frustration and would store it, if you like, in her gallbladder. And this ultimately played out as needing surgery. So what's going on here, and how do we connect the dots? Karen would try and make arrangements at her husband's request, get the kids ready for him coming home because he worked away, on the promise of going away for the weekend or whatever. She'd do all the washing, get packed, get the kids were excited and all G'd up, and they were all done for his return at the arranged time. But the reality, however, was he'd not turn up for many hours later, and then when he did return, the promised trip would either be cancelled or postponed until the next day. His reasons for this would be because he worked later or stopped off to visit relations on the way home or whatever. And this left her feeling unappreciated, angry, and frustrated in the extreme. And this highly charged emotion is energy, and it had to go somewhere. And in her case, she'd stored it all into her gallbladder. If you also consider the law of attraction and how the emotions and energy that you put out is creative and will shape your future experience, then unless you have healing or resolution on any given issue, you'll keep creating it time and again by virtue of your thoughts and feelings. Karen felt this anger and frustration often, and it played out in different scenarios time and again, till eventually all of these stored emotions in our body needed intervention by a surgeon. If you look at the flip side of this, had she been able to take a step back and work through her anger and frustration, where it all came from, and then released it, her point of attraction would change. Either her husband would stop being late and changing plans on her, or his behaviour would have continued and she'd no longer be emotionally charged by it. She'd be thinking clearer now and either discuss how this was impacting their marriage and solutions to resolve it, or even a divorce would ensue. In essence, she would change, he would change, or the relationship would end, and the emotional driver behind the disease will be allowed to heal. It's also worth pointing out that this pattern of anger and frustration would have undoubtedly originated from her childhood. So, can you draw any parallels with your own healing issue? Don't worry if you can't, as we're going to take a little look deeper at your own struggle soon. I was going to say, do we have any questions so far? But I've got no way of reading the comments, which is a schoolboy error, and I do apologise. But this is my first ever solo project, doing a live webinar. The last one I did, I had the wonderful Isabel, who I know is on this call, holding my hand, metaphorically speaking, and she made sure everything was running smoothly. So never mind, I'll only get better. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay. So what we're going to do now, we're going to start looking at your own particular healing issues. I'm going to turn my video off for this, and I'm going to take you down on a grounding exercise, because you're all going to have your eyes shut anyway, so you don't need to see me. And so just bear me a second, I'll just turn my video off. Turn the camera off. Right, okay. Look at my notes again. Right, so just briefly, there's often layers of healing. In fact, there invariably is. Sometimes we can go directly to the root of a health issue, whether it's chronic pain, skin disorders, or whatever it may be. However, it's revealed to us in layers. And as I'm working in a group environment, as opposed to a one-on-one, we're going to examine some of these layers on a step-by-step basis, going deeper each time, if you like. But first of all, I wish to do a grounding exercise with you. So I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose. And then breathe out through your mouth. And then just breathe in again rhythmically. Each time as you breathe out, just feel your shoulders drop, your scalp relax, your face and your face and chest relax. And I want you to place your awareness at the base of your spine, or your root chakra, if you like. And I want you to see, feel, sense the energy there. Let's just pretend if you can't actually feel anything, that's okay. Some people are more sensitive than others, and that's okay. And feel or see or sense your root chakra spinning round. And as it does so, feel it expanding deep down into the earth, into Mother Earth. As if planting roots. Go all the way down until you feel like you're at the center of the earth, Mother Earth. And anchor yourself down. Make your grounding wider. Get it so it stops about in line with your shoulders. And then feel this grounding cord pulling your energy into your body. So you become fully present in your body. And wiggle your fingers and toes in your nose. And I want you to connect with this grounding cord. And then intend any foreign energy, any energy that's not yours, to drop down into this grounding, any anxiety, frustration. You may have had a stressful day, depending on what time zone you're in. But just see it, feel it, sense it, dropping down into your grounding. Okay, well done. So now I want you to bring to mind your own particular healing issue. I want you to notice how it makes you feel. Because this is a powerful thing that we can clear, that we can change your point of attraction. So perhaps your healing issue makes you feel helpless, disappointed, frustrated, angry, confused, thinking, why me? Why me? Or weariness, and the list goes on. But whatever it is for you, just bring it to mind. And welcome those feelings in. Don't try and push them away, just allow them to be there. And I want you to imagine that your healing issue is as big as it is. Make it huge, ramp it up. Make it as big and massive problem as you possibly can. It's bigger than Mount Everest. It's bigger than the Atlantic Ocean. Make it huge. Really make that sucker as big as you can. We're going to have a bit of fun with this, believe it or not. Because next I want you to imagine your health issue is as tiny as you can possibly make it. Shrink it down so it's the size of a pinhead. And if you're having issues with scaling here, just imagine that you're comparing it to the whole omniverse, the whole universe, everything that is. So when you compare it to that kind of scale, you know, how big is your healing issue? It's tiny. Okay, there's some shifting starting to go on there now, which is good, because every time we go backwards and forwards between the two, you'll have to excuse me, I feel the shifts. Okay. So now let's go through that again. Bring to mind your healing issue and make it as big as it seems. As big as a mountain, Mount Everest, as big as the Atlantic Ocean. Blow it up, feel it, be dramatic. And then once again, allow it to be small as it is, as small as you can, the size of a pinhead. And there's more shifts going on. So one more time, make it as huge as you can. Really feel it. Be defiant and resolved in it, resolute. Make it as big as you can. Shifting going on. Excuse me. Sorry. And now, shrink it down so it's as small as you can possibly make it. So it's tiny, the size of a pinhead. Just do this the best you can. Don't worry about getting it right or wrong. Just energy follows intention. So now I want you to refocus on your healing issue, how it makes you feel, and connect with any remaining feelings. It should hopefully be diminished somewhat by now. And I want you to welcome any remaining emotional discord, frustration, anger, helplessness, etc. And just welcome it all in. Allow it to be there. And then I want you to ask yourself, could I just let this go now? Could I let these feelings go? And hopefully be a lot easier now. Just imagine that you're letting go of, I don't know, a pen. You're dropping a pen. This is classic Sedona method for those who are interested. But just imagine you're just letting them go as if dropping a pen. And then welcome them all in once more. Any remaining sadness, helplessness, frustration, anger, welcome it, notice it, allow it to be there. And then could you just let it all go? You've been holding on to this for such a long time in many cases. Can you just let it all go? And then one final time, focus on any remaining emotional discord surrounding your particular healing issue. Welcome it in, and then see it, feel it, hear it, leaving your body, drifting up to the sky as white mist, heading up towards the clouds, and then see it, feel it, sense it, know it, dissolving. Okay, well done. So that's the first clearing, and you've already shifted some energy, which will have changed your point of attraction and allow us to go another layer deeper. So next on the agenda, this is quite often an important one, and it may not immediately seem to apply to everyone, but I'm going to try and get you to think perhaps in other ways where it might. So we're going to look at the point you may have been diagnosed by a doctor. And this for many can be traumatic in itself and can lock in lots of energy, forming a new belief. And if this doesn't apply to you per se, then try and think of a time or event when you made the decision that you could no longer be, do, or have a certain thing because of your illness. And to give an example here, maybe you have respiratory problems and get breathless, as I've said earlier, walking up hills or stairs. You then began to tell yourself that you'll never be able to enjoy country walks again, and your life started to close in on you. And perhaps you became more housebound, or perhaps you have a skin condition and are always conscious of wearing short sleeves or dresses or shorts, etc. during a flare-up. Maybe you have chronic pain and are constantly waiting for the next spasm to arrive, even during times of relative ease. Okay, so whatever the case is for you, bring it to mind right now. And notice what it is that you do in your mind. Is it your own thought voice nagging away? Can you still hear or see a doctor on that day telling you that you'll have to live with chronic pain or a cancer diagnosis in some cases even? Is the image in colour or in black and white? If it's colour, then can you switch it to black and white? If you hear a voice in your own mind, yours or a doctor, move this voice into your little finger on either hand. And now move it down into your little toe on either foot. And then switch the voice either to a Mickey Mouse and a little squeak, or Pluto, or Daffy Duck, something like that. Shift it to some comedic voice. And then move it out of your little toe till it dissolves into a white mist. Some more energy shifts going on there. Sometimes wish I wasn't so sensitive. Anyway, that's another story for another time. So let's take that from the top again. Notice in your own mind, your own thought voice nagging away with you with a limiting belief about yourself. Or see and hear the doctor telling you of your diagnosis. And once you have that in your mind, I want you to put a clown's red nose on him or her, and then bunny ears. And blow a raspberry to them in your mind, and then switch them down once more into your little finger till they're tiny. And then once more into your little toe, giving them that same comical voice of Mickey Mouse or Pluto. And then give them a wave in your mind and see them leaving your toe and dissolving into, once again, a little white mist. And the wind carries them away. once more, because this can be a powerful one, re-examine in your mind any remaining nagging thought voice or healthcare professional in your mind. On that fateful day, you were given the diagnosis that you would have to live with chronic pain, you would be on medication for the rest of your life, you would not be able to walk properly without a stick. I'm purposely saying these things to prompt, to prod, provoke a response or reaction if there is any still more there. So what were you told? What were you expected to believe about yourself? What have you been carrying around for the longest time? So if it's an image in your mind, switch it once more into black and white. And then tell them that this isn't your truth, but thank them very much for their limiting dialogue and for this experience to grow. And then see this person or your own thought voice lifting up and away towards the clouds till it simply vaporizes. Okay, well done on that. So I want to take a moment now, just wiggle your fingers and your toes and become present again. Reconnect to your grounding cords and pull yourself back into your body. And we're going to keep taking it down another level. We are going deep today. I wasn't kidding. We aren't playing here. This is going to go deep. I thought if I'm going to take the time to do a webinar, I'm going to make it worthwhile. I'm going to make it special. I'm going to make it the best it can be. And I'm going to really try and help people today and moving forward. Okay. So now I want you to close your eyes again and focus on your healing issue and become aware of the location it is in your body. And if it happens to be, indescript or even all over your body, then simply notice how and where it appears or feels to you right now. And give this feeling and location a colour. Just imagine this as best as you can, and the first colour that pops into your mind is good. Now notice a timeline in front of you, then take a deep breath in through your nose and then out through your mouth and relax into it. I want you to ask your vast subconscious mind to whoosh this colour down your timeline to identify the earliest event or memory which relates to your particular healing issue. Now the key here is to allow a memory to come to you. Don't go looking for it or to think it into being. Wait patiently to be shown and ask, where do I need to be? Just wait patiently for something to flash into your mind. If you're thinking to yourself, this doesn't apply to me because my issue is because of smoking for years, for example, or I damaged my back after carrying a heavy load, for example, don't let that put you off, because in the case of smoking, why did you feel the need to smoke in the first place? And oftentimes, suppressed grief and crying can cause respiratory issues as well. So just allow an event to flash into your mind and don't dismiss it as your imagination because you've been shown it for a reason. If you don't get anything, don't worry, simply intend to clear this issue in this group of yours. So imagine yourself as you're now entering this early event. It's invariably from childhood, and gain an overview or understanding of what's going on. What limiting belief or beliefs did you take on about yourself in that moment? I'm going to give you a little bit of time with this. And if this is too emotionally charged for you, which it can be sometimes, just lift your head up, move your eyes up as if looking to the stars, and this will break the trance and get you present again. Do this as often as required if it's applicable to you. And give your younger self a hug. And you can pause or move any of the participants in the memory further away if you like. And if you're still feeling triggered emotionally, then tap on the points, if you know EFT, on the ends of your fingertips where the nails join the skin. And to remind yourself that this isn't happening now. It was such a long time ago. I want you to transport your child's self, to a park and then play on swings, roundabouts. And the whole while, I want you to hold the intention as you're swinging forwards and then back, forwards and then back, that you're releasing these energy blocks, this emotional discord from your subconscious mind. So you're swinging higher and higher, having lots of fun with your child self, your inner child. And you're releasing the emotional charges. This may sound wacky to you, but in my experience, it works time and again. Now take a child to the beach. Excuse me, I'm feeling the energy shift again, which is a good thing, by the way, for you guys. So take a child to the beach and build sandcastles with a bucket and spade. Whilst having this sand sea fun, hold the intention to release any further emotional charges. Bring in playfulness and have some fun, all the while holding the intention to release these old emotional charges from your subconscious mind. Oh, excuse me. Now, I want you to hold a mind-to-mind conversation with your inner child and ask them if there's anything else at all they need from you to heal this situation. Take notice of any requests or insights. And don't worry if you feel like you're making it all up, because this is important and it is working. Perhaps your inner child wants a friend or a parent, for example. A hug, whatever it may be, simply bring it into being, make it happen for them. I'll give you a moment or two of that as well. So now take a few moments to impart any wisdom to your child self that you think they may need. Any words of encouragement, support, any lies they may have been told as young children and taken on about themselves. Just tell them how brilliant and talented they are, how beautiful they are, that they're limitless, infinite beings with massive, boundless, infinite potential. And once you've had a little word with them, wait and let them to start again. Allow them to give you a message. They often have a little message for you to bring back, which can help you move forward in your life at this time. It's amazing how healing these messages can be, how these little pep talks, encouragement, interceptions, magic can and does happen time and again. Healing you and shifting your point of attraction, giving you better resources in your subconscious mind. And you may wish to play out a different ending. Ask your inner child if they would like the situation, whatever it happened to be, to play out in a different way, with a positive ending, where they won, where they felt loved or cared for. So flip it, in other words, to a positive memory, to a positive ending or result. Just trust in what you've been told by your inner child. They'll tell you what they need. So I want you to thank your inner child now for their help. And you can go back and visit them anytime that you wish or they wish. And then when you're ready, just come back up to your awareness. Excuse me. You can just wiggle your fingers and toes and reconnect with your grounding cord. And as I say, I was planning on interacting with you all today via chat, but that didn't happen, unfortunately. Never mind. I know where I went wrong now. I can actually figure it out in my mind. But so how was that for everyone? I can't read your responses, unfortunately, but did you notice any energy shifts? You may have experienced yawns or stretches, coughing, nausea, belching, or maybe nothing much that you're aware of, but know that you did gain some healing during these exercises. Others may have zoned out as we went deeper. So if you need to grab a drink of water or nip to the bathroom before we continue to the next little phase, just going to give you a moment. Or perhaps you need to write down any insights that you gleaned that you don't want to forget. So just take a few moments if you need them right now before we go on to the next part, because we're going to go even deeper. A lot deeper, actually. Two more parts to go. The final part that we're doing today, I actually channeled last night. I went out for a walk. I walked for about 6 miles. During my walk, this came in, this idea for not the very next part we're done, but the final part. And I did it on myself earlier today, and it worked really well. The shifts were profound and the insights as well. So I'm really delighted to get the opportunity to do it with everyone here today, whether on the live call or the replay or to watch it subsequently on YouTube. Right, I'm stoked to see there's still 12 people on the call. We started off with 14, I think, so we've still got 12, and I'm happy with that. Thank you thank you for being on this journey together today, investing in yourself, time, energy. You should be proud. So for this next exercise, I want you to close your eyes and just connect to your grounding. Pull yourself back into your body. Connect with the center of the earth. And I want you to focus on your body part or area of the body where your healing issue is. We're going to work on metaphors now. So, like I said earlier, if it feels like your healing issue is the whole body, and that's okay, just It'll become clear in a moment. Just work on your body as a whole. So I want you to, like I say, place your full awareness into this area where the emotional discord is, the pain, the skin issue, whatever it is. Whether it's your lungs, your lower back, etc. And if you're uncertain where to go, just use your intuition and just trust that you'll be guided to go to the right place. And once you're there, we're going to work in metaphors and symbols. So imagine this area of your body is a room. And I want you to explore what is in this room, your room. It may help to take out a torch or turn a light on to illuminate your area. What can you see? Perhaps it's a large open space, or is it cramped and uncomfortable? Does it feel light and airy, or damp and depressing, for example? Does it need decorating and cobwebs removed? Are there any leaks or cracks, for example? Take some time to explore what old objects or rubbish even could be removed. And just have a good look around. And again, you might be getting more metaphors, symbols, old boxes or cupboards or pictures, just old energy. So as I say, if you view this as energy that's ready to be released and no longer serves, then imagine placing a grounding cord in the middle of your room and see, feel, or hear this old energy being sucked down this grounding cord or spinning vortex, if you prefer, deep down into Mother Earth. So maybe you're seeing the boxes sort of being turned into energy and grounded. Oh, there's lots of shifting going on. Is there not? Okay, well done. So next, I want you to have a good look, 360-degree look in your room. And is there anyone there with you? And have a good look to every angle. And if there is, who is it? And why are they there? Ask, why are you here? Perhaps they have a message for you. Maybe you need to forgive them, or they are seeking your forgiveness, perhaps. And if so, can you forgive them? Can you forgive yourself? Is it yourself who needs forgiveness? If you feel any resistance, if there's any forgiveness needed, just hold the intention to let this resistance go. Let these feelings of bitterness or anger, just let them go, drop down into your grounding cord. And then thank them and ask them to leave your room, because this is your sacred space. And just politely ask them to leave, closing the door behind them. And I want you to rescan your room and decide if there's anything new you wish to place in there. Do you wish to change the colour scheme to something bright and cheerful, or calm and soothing? Maybe place some beautiful flowers into a vase. Whatever works for you, just allow it to happen. Maybe you want to put some pretty pictures up, some beautiful curtains at the windows, some healing stones. And now we're going to do something powerful now. I want you to repeat the mantra in your mind with me, time and again. I love, I love, I love, I love, I love. Just repeat that over again in your mind. I love, I love. And then repeat gratitude. Thank you, thank you. Unconditional love. I love, thank you, thank you. What we're doing there is we're raising your vibration to something far higher, and we are, as a group, releasing any further energy that's ready to be released in your room. This metaphorical room, your healing issue. So one more time, I love, I love, I love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gratitude. I love, I love, I love. And just feel, sense, see, hear any remaining energy that's ready to be released in the middle of your room, down your grounding cord, which has been holding you back, keeping you in pain or discomfort. Just let it go, release it. And we've got one more exercise that I channeled last night. And so what I want you to do now, just keep your eyes closed. And now we're in this higher energy. We're going to go on to a little final journey, really deep into the Akashic records to heal any karma, curses, hexes, past life contracts, or anything else relating to this health issue, or that you're ready to let go of at this time. So I want you to keep your eyes closed and place your awareness into your heart space, just simply in the middle of your chest. And from an inward perspective only, I want you to begin to journey inward to your beautiful and boundless soul. Repeat in your mind, journey inward, going deeper and deeper into your heart center, going deeper. Don't worry about getting this right or wrong, simply intend it. As once more you intend to go deeper, imagine a light appears and you see a chair and table top with a book placed onto it. You approach it and sit down. On the cover of the book, it has your full name on top and this day of the 26th of September 2016. If you're watching the replay, or if you're in a southern hemisphere time zone, then amend the date accordingly. Now hold the intention to identify any old karma or outdated contracts, hexes or curses, past life restrictions or patterns, cell memories keeping you stuck. Begin to turn the pages of the book and become aware of any thoughts, feelings or words that pop into your awareness. And don't worry if you don't receive anything tangible, that's okay. Just allow your subconscious mind to do the work. Now I want you to begin ripping out pages of this book, one or two at a time, and as many as feels right for you. More energy shifts, and each time one is removed, you feel a release of energy. Sorry. I told you this is a deep one. This is deep. As each time one is removed, you feel a release of energy, and another profound and transformational healing is taking place. And once you have all your pages gathered, then you see a nearby lit candle, and you proceed to burn these pages till finally they're no more. They're just coke and smoke. And you glance once more at the book and ask if there's anything else you are ready to release in this moment that is keeping you stuck or has been keeping you stuck in limitation, lack, struggle, whether it be health or otherwise. Some big, deep shifts going on here, I might have to say, which is good. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, God. And if the answer is yes, rip out the final page or pages and then burn them also. Sorry, don't mind me retching in the background. Right, so you glance at the table now and notice a brand new book has appeared, which feels light and airy. You notice the book opens out to become limitless, boundless, infinite, creative, joy, love, and abundance. And you recognize that you aren't ever defined or limited by a book or label ever again. You begin to journey back to full awakened consciousness, knowing with certainty that something special has just happened. And I want you to wiggle your fingers and toes, stretch and yawn, and come back to the room. That was deep. I knew it was going to be, and well done to everyone. I hope that was useful, and you gained some insights and some shifts. Well, I know you, I know you gained some shifts because I felt them. As some of you big lifers will know, Carl Harvey had an important announcement today that he was letting the big life go as it is in its current form, which I had been expecting for some time. It's obviously not a decision he took lightly, but big news all the same. Big news. And speaking of big news, we have an exciting new opportunity and project to announce now. Ta-da! As some of you already know, I've been working closely with Isabel Martins over the last couple of months. Isabel is a naturally talented and capable energy healer on many levels. And as well as healing others, she can work with your pets and animals to great effect. She's already established her own successful healing practice and has released quite a few clearing audios on various topics, which I've had the pleasure of experiencing to receive massive shifts and transformations of my own. The feedback she gets from others is nothing short of phenomenal. I feel quite blessed to be working with Isabel, and behind the scenes, we've been working on an exciting new adventure, which we're ready to launch this very day. And before I continue, I want to place on record my gratitude to Isabel for her sterling work as the IT brains behind our joint venture. Isabel, I appreciate you. Thank you. And today proves that when I work more in solo, then things don't go smoothly as when Isabel's around. Take that to the bank. So, right. So Isabel and I started to receive inspirations synchronistically until it soon became apparent we should do some work together. We wanted to create something that would help others to achieve exponential growth as we've experienced in our own lives. And this project helps you to stay on track with your goals and dreams week after week, month upon month, and even beyond, year into year, should you need it. We are committed to your growth, and this is what we are so passionate about. It's what we do best. And now I'm going to read from the relevant page on Isabel's website to further explain our offer to you. So this business venture, this project, is named Empowered Love, which we dreamed up, and we love the name. It just felt so right. It was like, wow, that feels so powerful, so high vibrational. And reading from the link on Isabel's website, which I'm hoping she's going to sort of post for me at the end, she writes, "This is where your personal development rubber meets the road. We're getting practical here. So what is it? It's energy healing sessions, energy healing tools, practical knowledge of the physics of spirituality, and how we create and a loving, supportive community of like-minded, open-minded people, all focused on the ultimate highest goal of self-awareness, self-healing, self-empowerment, and loving, deliberate co-creation of your life in all areas of your life. That's the energy of the program, Empowered Love. So if you're dealing with procrastination, as many of us do, inconsistency in your focus, overwhelm, feeling lost in your life, or just downright not knowing what to do to get to where you want to be, Isabel and I have co-created this monthly subscription group program to support you. This program is for you if you want to be more present in your life with those you love, be friends with your emotions, all of your emotions, release past experiences and the limitations they caused, and deliberately create your life. Discover, use, and own your own power. And what we dreamed up for you inside Empowered Love is the following: free access to our monthly live group energy clearing sessions, so you can clear past experiences, leveraging the power of a group, and the value of this alone is $22.22, which we'll speak more about the price in a moment. There'll also be every week, a 20-minute energy clearing group session through Facebook Live to keep your transformation momentum growing, and the value of that is over $140. There'll also be a monthly group intention setting to ramp up your manifestation desires, which is priceless, leveraging the focus power of a group for creation. So, for example, today we have done health, and for the coming month of October, we will also be focusing on clearing sessions around health in a group dynamic, so it will further control to heal where necessary into the following month. There'll also be a weekly exercise to practice and align with your intentions. We'll create programs with this, and you're getting it free within the group. There'll also be healing energy exercises for you to use, do-it-yourself, empowered style, if you or someone you love needs the extra support. And we decided to have our home base in Facebook, so it's easy for you to access everything. And you'll have access to the ever-growing back catalogue of clearings as they become available. And besides this, we're also planning on pampering you with some extra little random gifts, like video trainings and prizes, just because when you're working towards self-empowerment, you deserve the gifts. So the price for this monthly program is a very loving $22.22, which is about £18-19 a month, roughly, for those in the UK, because we want to make it a clear yes choice for yourself. If you're feeling it, then this is for you. So we'll see you inside. As I say, so that's the offer. And being honest, if this had been on offer when I was starting out, I'd have jumped at the chance. And being perfectly honest, if I wasn't the co-founder of this project, then I'd still be signing up as a member even now. And that's me being totally honest. I would be signing up for this if I was offered this and not already involved. But anyway, as Carl always says, it's all love. If this speaks to you, then we would love to see you on the inside. Isabel, I'm sure, will cover my back and post the link underneath. So you're welcome to sign up or ask any further questions. In either case, I'd love to hear your feedback from this group, Energy Healing Today, either in my Facebook group or the Venus Circle, either or. Ask questions, give feedback, and I really, really hope it's my intention that you got great value from this healing session. I made it as close as you possibly could without having a one-on-one session with me, because obviously doing it in a group environment, it can only be more general, but as I say, I try to make it as specific as possible. And I really, as I say, hope you enjoyed it, or more so get healing from it, write down any insights, revisit the worksheet, and see if anything shifted for you. Take notes, take insights. And thank you all for being here. As I say, I would love to have you in our new group, our new project, but it's all love, and I'll speak to you soon. I'm going to stop this broadcast now and bid you all a good night, a good day, Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.